During this video, I'm going to show you how to create custom payments and set up finance providers in vsHome. The custom payments feature allows you to add a single deposit or multiple custom payments to develop your own payment structure. You can access it through the preferences in the top right. Expand on finance and select custom payments. Once within the custom payments area, you will see the default deposit here. I'm just going to show you how you can edit that. So if we just select the edit icon on the right here, and then if you want to adjust the default value, you can do. So at the minute it's set to 10% as the is percentage box is ticked. If you wanted to change that to a fixed value, you can untick the percentage box and adjust that accordingly, and then hit OK. So now I'm going to show you how to create 3 new custom payments. So I'm actually going to select this one and delete it. And you can create a new payment using the new custom payment button at the top here. You'll need to give the custom payment a unique ID and title in order to identify it. So in this case, I'm going to call it first payment with a title of first payment upon order. Now what I'm going to do is set this to a fixed value of £100. So you can see there that I unticked the percentage box, and I'm going to leave the can edit box ticked, which means that you will be able to edit the custom payment on a job-to-job basis if you choose to. And then I'm going to hit OK. So now I've set up my first payment, I'm going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to call it second payment with a title of second payment prior to production. This time I'm going to set it as a percentage of 35%, and again I'm going to leave the can edit box ticked so we can edit it on a job-to-job basis. Finally, I'm going to create the third payment with a title of third payment upon delivery. And I'm going to set it to 15%, and this time I'm going to untick the can edit box just to show you the difference between an editable payment and one that we wouldn't be able to change. Okay, so once we've set up the parameters of the new custom payments, we can select close on the preferences. And then if we open up a job, I'm just going to open up this one here. Go into the finance section along the left here on the main menu bar, and you will be able to see your new custom payment schedule here to the left. So remember, we selected the option to make the custom payments editable on a job-to-job basis, except for the third payment, and you will be able to see the edit icons here to the right of the first and second payment. So just click that to edit it. You will have another opportunity here to choose whether the payment is a percentage of the total price or a fixed value. If you do make any changes to your custom payment, just select OK. And as I mentioned, we left the third payment uneditable, so there is no edit icon to the right here. And you can see here the balance figure at the bottom, which is the remaining amount having deducted all the custom payments. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to finance providers, and I'm going to go back to the all customers screen. Then I'm going to go back into the preferences again, expand on finance and select finance providers. Now you can see here that we have 2 examples of finance providers already set up. In order to set up a new finance provider, click the button at the top here, add new finance provider, and you'll see it pops up here and adds a new finance provider to your current list. And what you can do here is set the name, interest rate, fee, and repayments. So I'm just going to adjust the name to finance provider 3. And of course, all these figures that I'm going to input are purely for tutorial purposes. I'm going to set the interest rate to 4.5%, the fee to 180, and I'm going to leave the repayments as they are. So then we can hit OK, and then we can hit close on the preferences. And if we just open up a job, again, I'm going to open up this same job. Head over to the finance section again. And if we go to the finance provider section on the right hand side here, you'll see the drop down menu at the top to select the provider, and you'll see finance provider 3, the new one that we've just created. You can then select the monthly repayments from the repayment drop down menu, and you'll see as you select the different option, the monthly repayments change here on the left hand side where your finance options are. And just to be clear, the finance option will only be applied to the remaining balance. And we mentioned before that the balance is the figure which is the remaining amount, having deducted all the custom payments here. For more tutorial videos, visit the support area on our website.